Hi guys, I'm Zerfall and we're playing Chaos Seed. We're back on the surface and we're going to learn a little bit more about how these caves are going to work. Huh? Back on the surface? Let us begin. Zerfall, watch closely. 3 episodes later. Oh, looks like we're warping down somewhere. He's created for us a new cave. I can't remember what they call these caves already. This is the technique we use to construct enchanted caves. The rock vanishing technique, Soganku. Wow! To use it, I must tap into the raw power of the earth. These teachings represent the crux of the basics. Well then, let's head to the enchanted cave. Yes, master. So this episode's going to be going through more of the tutorial. I think there's going to be 3 episodes of the tutorial, if I remember correctly. And now the real test begins. Your most important concerns while building Enchanted Cave are energy and Sentan. Oh, what kind of energy? Energy is a number value. It defines your resources to construct and move in an enchanted cave. Your Sentan value measures similar wherewithal to upgrade individual chambers inside the cave. Occasionally, you should monitor your current levels of energy and Sentan by checking the display below. Oh look, there happens to be one down there. That's pretty good. So, given your current energy value, do you believe you're ready to build an enchanted cave right now? Alright. So, let's prove that we're not an idiot and say no energy, so it's impossible. As expected, Zerfall, you are correct. With 0 energy, you cannot build an enchanted cave no matter how hard you try. But allow me to grant you a few resources to help get you started. Yeah, super excited about the energy. Am I ready to start building an enchanted cave now? Not quite. When you build an enchanted cave, you must use the Feng Shui board effectively. What's a Feng Shui board? A window that assists you while digging the cave. Oh, this is like one of those... it's like that classic RPG trope where they treat everything like it's actually existing in their world. Oh yeah, you go to this window and do this. Oh, press the A button. To display the Feng Shui board, you must learn the squirrel technique. Or command. Come here, I'll show you. Maybe I want to do it down here. No, it's not letting me do it down there, eh? Now, I do know if you give him the wrong answer, he gives you a bunch of energy and then he takes it back. I don't know if he's still going to do that. Touch the wall with your hands and press the A button. Alright, let's see. Oh, there we go. Don't forget this stance. While you're in the position, hold down the A button and tug in the opposite direction. In this case, pull down. This is called the draw. One of the basic senjutsu. You may control all the rooms in the enchanted cave through the Feng Shui board using draw. But first, you need practice. Climb these stairs to reach the starting point of a new enchanted cave. First thing one must do is build a corridor that connects it to an isolated room on the right. I'll accompany you. This time. Alright, so he's following us around. Oh, look at that. His name is Roos. And he... does he have any spells? I can't check his spells. Oh, I can use Skybeam now. Nice. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we know we can use our magic now if we get in any fights or anything. This is where it all begins. Ah, I forgot something important. To construct an enchanted cave, you'll need 1 additional resource other than energy. Something called dungeon points. Is there an end to all these details? Pay attention! Because without dungeon points, you cannot build rooms and corridors. Oh, we got a ton of points here. Oh, you mean that number up on the right there. You're observant. You need those points to build both rooms and corridors. And it doesn't matter whether you build a large room or a small one, you'll use a lot of points. Why would a small room need so many points? That's just how it is. Stop asking questions. Building any size room will require significant expenditure of points. The Feng Shui board will display the number of dungeon points and energy needed. Sounds good to me. What else is on that board? The first thing you'll see is the room size you may build with the least amount of resources. Oh no, he took all our resources away. Wow, my dungeon points just tanked. Heh, I gave you too many. Cheapskate. Don't you dare use that tone with me. Anyway, as I was saying, pull up the Feng Shui board and connect the room to the one on the right. And look, there's an empty room there. So we stand at the wall, press the A button, and push down on the D-pad in the direction opposite of where we need to go. So let's line this one up to the center. Yeah, maybe this board is actually showing up on the wall. So we don't have enough points to build a room. However, we can build a corridor. Now our length is way too big right now. And it's overlapping another room. You can see what we can do is build one to right there. Now, they're going to explain most of this. So you're too close to the wall there. So that's what you got to do. You got to go one into the room. Yep. You got to go past by one and into the room. And there. Our spell is cast. And a corridor is built. Now, we could just go back down here. I don't know if they'll say something. Oh, why did you return here? You need to continue through the new corridor you just built. No, I don't. I don't need to do anything. Maybe I want to build more corridors. No, it's not letting me. Oh, I don't have any corridor or room points. So that cost us one corridor room point. And oh, look, there's a... Wait, let's talk about the corridor you just built. Whenever you connect rooms with a corridor, you also construct a door. Now, you need to learn the basic guidelines for installing a new door. You can't build a door if a corridor is too short or too narrow in places. That's it. So doors connect rooms and corridors. However, no door may be built if a corridor is too narrow or placed in one of the four corners. Did you happen to notice the green and gold dots on the Feng Shui board? Yes, I noticed them. What's the big deal? The dots on the Feng Shui board represent the elements sleeping within the earth. What sort of elements? The gold is energy, green dots are santan, and red dots, well, those are items. When you see gold dots, that means you may use that space to produce even more energy. With a room that produces new energy, hopefully you won't run out. I suppose that means a room with green dots is used to produce santan. Precisely. Once you build a room that produces a large quantity of santan, you may harvest it to upgrade many rooms. So it's probably a good idea to build a room in a space that contains numerous elements. Hey, does that mean a room with item elements is used to produce more items? Yes, you may indeed build such rooms. Yippee! That means I can acquire new items without buying them in a shop. True, but producing items requires patience and a certain amount of time. Just remember, the more elements in a room, the faster you'll produce additional items. I see. Okay, to summarize. So, 3 types of items. Have you memorized them yet? I have. Of course. Of course I got it. Alright then, listen up. Which is the... Can I choose that? I can choose that as one of the answers. Which is the energy element? And that's of course gold. It's gold! Yes, you are right. Next. Which is the item element? Well, that's red. Oh, you're exceeding my expectations, Zerfall. Okay, this is the final element. And that's green, it's the only one left. Perfect! He's warping us up back to the surface. Let's try building a room now. The basics are the same as building a corridor. Start by using the squirrel to access the Feng Shui board. Once we're upstairs again, I'll give you some more dungeon points. Man, where's the dungeon points down here? Master, I've been wondering about something. What are those great big numbers at the top? Oh, that's a timer. When it reaches 0, your turn will be over, and the recount time will start. You'll have an opportunity to perform a number of tasks during the recount time, especially if you try to manage the recount time in your own way. Yes, Master. To call a room god, you must first destroy all the rocks on the floor in the room. Sometimes room contains evil spirits, and you must eliminate those as well. Go ahead and build your room now. Remember to destroy everything inside. Alright, where do we want to build this? Let's check the board. Now let's see here. We're here. There's not going to be much up there. That's a bad spot for a room. What about over here? Oh, I got a little... Actually, let's see if we can't... Oh, we can't. How does that use more room points? That's weird. I mean, it's technically smaller, but it's using more points. That's kind of... How big can we get? That's our maximum size here. That's not going to be good. That's not a good spot. Let's go down here. That's not bad there. Oh, you can change the location. Oh man, if I had known that, I thought the other part might have been good. Alright, let's try. I think right there is going to give us good amount of energy. And you can see there's a little symbol changing in the center there. What could it mean? What could it mean? We'll find that out later. Of course I'm sure. Somehow this built a corridor automatically, so I guess if we want to, we can just build long corridors and go all over the place with them. So now that we're in here, we got to clear all these rocks out. Destroy the rocks with the B button to summon the room god. I'm curious if any of these spells will do this sort of stuff. What are stalkers? Well, that was a crappy spell. Alright, let's try beam. Nope, it looks like we're stuck using our attacks here, but at least our bigger attacks actually destroy more than one. What if we do a... What about a jump kick? No? Well, it seems like... Yeah, it seems like this is the best attack for getting rid of the most amount of stuff if you can line it up in between two of them. What other attacks do we have? There's... I guess the scroll attack isn't actually very helpful in this case. Shouldn't have made such a big room. This is just a tutorial. I'm not even going to be able to keep this room. Man. Now we're nearly there. That's a lot of clearing to do. So anyways, this is going to be the basics of room building for this first bit, and then next video is probably going to be dungeon management. Oh, one more. Ah, a room god was summoned in the middle of the room. That's a tree god.
Ah, an apprentice Dujan. I am the room god that rules the trees. This will be a stairs room.
In total, you may build 9 types of rooms. Come, I'll tell you more.
Can't you explain it here?
I think you would understand everything much better if you inspected the actual rooms. Oh boy, so let's head back down these stairs, or down these ones for the first time. It's the exit of the dungeon. As you observed, a room god appeared after we destroyed the obstacles. Also, the room god in the room you summon, the newly built room, will become their protectors. Now allow me to introduce the 5 kinds of room gods you'll meet. Ooh, it's a lady.
I'm the room god that rules the fire.
Fire of passion.
I'm the room god in charge of the earth.
I am the room god that governs over metal.
I am the room god in charge of water. I am the room god that dwells within the trees.
The properties of the rooms you build will be defined by the abilities of the room gods, so be careful.
Will I be able to predict what room god might appear in any given room?
Yes, once you identify the room element on the screen of the Feng Shui board. I have something else to show you. But first you need to memorize the elemental symbols. So this is what we're going to have to try to remember, and I already forgot what most of them are. I know the one at the bottom left, I don't know, I think that one's metal. The one, that might be earth. The one at the top right might be trees. The one at the bottom right is definitely fire. These displays are similar to what you'll observe in the Feng Shui board. Now the difference is in the Feng Shui board they don't have those backgrounds. So the fire definitely looks kind of like fire. It's got a few little flames going on. Oh, that's the earth symbol. How am I going to remember that? I guess it looks like a guy picking up a giant rock. This one's metal. It looks kind of like the worst shuriken ever. Water symbol here. Looks like somebody splashing around. The wood symbol? I don't know what I'll remember that one. The fire symbol definitely looks like fire as well. Needless to say, build a room around the fire symbol and you'll get and the fire god will appear. Same rule applies to their 4 symbols. Now to determine which room god you'll choose. Press select inside the enchanted cave and you'll display the 5 states correlation map. The room god you summon will have direct effect on the biggest secret of Shinzitsu, Feng Shui. So we have to face our bed with the bed head as far from the door as possible so if somebody breaks in we can see them coming. But we'll save that complicated discussion for later. Alright, and this is a under 20 minute... do you know what? Let's go through this dragon furnace. This is the heart of the enchanted cave, the dragon furnace. This room connects directly to the dragon vein that runs underground. In order to repair the dragon vein, you must infuse the required energy at this spot.
How do I go about that?
By opening the transfer window. Just stand in the middle of the dragon furnace and press A. Go ahead. Why don't you give it a try? Alright, so I didn't press it, but you can see here I can set how much energy I want to put in. Let's just put in 100 energy. Boom. Each time you transfer energy, the dragon veil will grow stronger. This will rejuvenate plant life on the surface and gradually heal the earth. But it will only accept energy. Don't even think about transferring HP, MP, or even dungeon points. Also, you're allowed to transfer energy into the dragon furnace only once each turn. Now, let me teach you about the rooms in the enchanted cave. Rooms possess 4 attributes: endurance, energy amount, Satan amount, and energy usage. The number of elements in a particular room will determine the Satan and energy amounts. Endurance is the room's HP. If this runs out, the room will be destroyed.
I suppose it falls on me to watch for those pesky enemies.
Yes, and to protect them from destruction, you'll need to build rooms with high endurance. Remember your lessons? How do we increase a room's endurance?
By building it as large as possible?
That's correct. Room size is the greatest factor in its endurance. A room's survivability may be enhanced even further through upgrades. During recount time, you'll have the opportunity to boost a room's endurance by systematically upgrading it.
But don't I need a lot of Satan to upgrade a room?
You do, but remember, whenever you upgrade a room, its energy usage will increase, so be wise. How's that a but? That's just an and. Once a room depletes its energy, it will cease to function, so don't forget this. Energy gathered from its residents... energy just gathered from its resident elements, and the energy it consumes will be the same for every room type. This is important to remember. Next, I'll teach you about room types and their upgrades. Alright, well, how long is this? 20 minutes so far? Yeah, do you know what? Let's call this a video. Next time, we're going to be going up into this building and learning about the room types. And after that, hopefully we get on with the game. I'm Zerfall, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.